Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy 2010! It is the New Year. It is January 1st, 2010. 2010. The first day of the year. The first day of the month. Well, a lot of people make New Year's resolutions like working out more, eating less, spending less money, which would be something good for our government leaders to embrace. By the way, I am Billy D. Teacher, and welcome here to my video channel and to the first video of 2010. Now, I stopped making New Year's resolutions some years ago, and I'll make what I call goals and prayers, because you may want to do something in the new year, but only if it is the will of the Lord for you to do it will it come to pass in the new year. What are your goals for 2010? Spiritually, if you have not, you might think about reading through the Bible in the new year, increasing your prayer life, prayer time, or believing God to do things that might seem impossible to your human mind. But Luke 18:27 says, what is impossible with God, what is impossible with men is possible with God. Nothing is impossible with God if it's God's will for you. If you are a follower of Jesus, have you ever shared your faith with those who aren't saved? If you aren't a follower of Jesus, have you ever studied about who Jesus is with an open mind and open heart? You might do that in the new year. Proverbs 21:5. I'll read from. Proverbs 21:5 says this: the plans of the diligent lead surely to advantage, but everyone who is hasty comes surely to poverty. It is right, proper, and biblical to make out goals and a plan for the new year. Now, we should always be willing to submit our plans to the Lordship of Jesus, knowing He can and might change our plans. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6 says to trust in the Lord and not lean on your own understanding. That's why people of faith often can say, when something happens, well, must not have been God's will. If something does happen, must have been God's will. Okay? But it is proper, it's biblical to have a plan for the new year. I made out my goals. Have you made out your goals? Let me read something that was in a magazine, FCA magazine called Victory, that goes to young people some years back. It comes from the year 2003 or 1993. I'm sorry. And I don't know if the magazine's published any longer or not, but if it is, you might want to get a hold of it, called Victory. And this is what the head of the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, wrote in it. The beginning of a new year causes us to look forward and reflect on the past year. I'd like to suggest you take a personal inventory of your life for 1993. Man is goal-seeking. Man is a goal-seeking animal, and his life only has meaning when he is striving for a goal. That may be true from a secular perspective. However, it is what we become in pursuit of our goals that makes a difference. I would like to encourage you to write out in the first person and in a positive way your goals and objectives for the year. I believe we are three-dimensional people. Therefore, these goals should be grouped as A, spiritual. We are created in God's image, and I believe He wants us to succeed. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. Colossians 3:23. Have a quiet time daily. Have a prayer list and pray, and have a Bible study. Be mental. Whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Philippians 4:8. Work on having a positive attitude. See, physical. We cannot increase our height, but we can control how we take care of our bodies. Do you know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not only your own, you were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your body. 1 Corinthians 6 verses 19 and 20. List your assets, good points, the things that can help you achieve these goals. List your liabilities, handicaps, things that would limit or prevent you from achieving your goals. The important point to remember is to identify your liabilities and turn them into assets. Write out a statement about your commitment to the Lord who created you in His image, your family, your team, business or school, yourself. Visualize how you see yourself this year and visualize how you would see yourself next December. Remember, all things are possible with God. Mark 10:27. There is nothing that you and God together can't handle. Happy New Year. I think that's great points. Another thing to add, do you have verses for the year? Bible verses that you want to be part of your life and part of the goals you make? I encourage you to do that. Again, it is biblical, as we read in Proverbs, to have goals, to have a plan for the year. And then, as it says in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, we need to trust God and submit them to God, knowing that God can and may change our plans, our goals. But still, there's nothing wrong with having a plan. It is biblical. Well, I encourage you, set out some goals and plans for this new year. If I can be a help spiritually, go to my blog and email me. Again, Happy New Year. Until next time, I'm Billy D. Teacher. I'll see you.